Hi, and welcome to another episode of Enlightened Discussions. I am Rishi Gangadine, a teacher, lecturer, and a ThetaHealing practitioner. Along with me is.
Arshad Ali. I'm a photographer, videographer, and also a theta healing practitioner.
All right, and Enlightened Discussions is basically a channel where you could come to get inspired, get enlightened, get that oomph in your step to get you moving into fulfilling your dreams and living your best life now.
Yes.
So today on Enlightened Discussions, we're going to be speaking a little bit about theta healing. What is theta healing? Where did it come from? And how can we use it to help us better our lives? So Ashad, let's get this ball rolling, man. Theta
Yes.
healing.
So the theta brainwave is actually a brainwave that
Yeah.
our mind goes into when we're in a sleep state, right? So accessing that state consciously, it really opens up a lot of possibilities to access that subconscious mind.
Yeah, the subconscious mind. And
Uh,
that's what theta, as he said, is a brainwave, right? So we have the alpha, the gamma, the beta, right? So theta that is that state of relaxation. And it allows you to access the subconscious mind and to dig deeper into, what is the root cause of the issue. And it operates in a frequency between 4 to 7 hertz, if I'm not mistaken. That's
I
about
believe
right.
that's correct. Yeah.
Right? And it as I said before, it goes deeper into the issue itself. So it helps you solve it on an emotional level, right, as well as a spiritual level.
Yes. And that's where theta healing kind of shines and fills the gap where all others seem to fall apart because it gives you access to things that you wouldn't be able to access through other healing modalities. And that to me makes the world of a difference, and it really opens up infinite possibilities to becoming more aware of who you are in terms of um, your deepest desires and also your deepest traumas that you're not even aware of that are holding you back from attaining the level of success that you want, right? And it's really the most expansive modality that I think exists today on the planet, to
Yeah.
be quite
And
honest.
speaking about existent, Viana Stabal, she's the one who founded it in 1995. And since then, she has grown it. She has taught it all over the world. So there are hundreds of thousands of practitioners all over the world that practices
Yeah.
theta healing, right? So that's a big thing in terms of spreading that awareness that power is within you to work on what it is that may be stopping you from achieving your goals.
Yes, exactly. It definitely is about awakening that inner divinity and learning more about yourself in a holistic way, right? But we keep saying that, and I feel we really need to add a bit more context so you guys can really understand. So how exactly does it do that, right? And that's where the unconscious and conscious minds come in to play a bit more, right? So our subconscious mind, scientists have proven recently, that takes up about 90% of our entire brain, which basically translates to the fact that we are only consciously aware of 10% of our full potential, right? And there are all these different layers of things happening with us,
Yeah.
from beliefs that we would have had from this life, from other lives, things that we would have inherited from our ancestors that are continuously manifesting into this reality, and we're not even aware of it,
Yeah,
right?
it's true. And just to add to that as well, while I was doing leadership studies, the our lecturer, he would have mentioned that he talked about IQ and EQ. IQ being intelligent quotient, and your EQ is your emotional quotient. So meaning that 4% of your success comes from your IQ. So that leaves another 96%, right? So 96% is your emotional intelligence. So basically, it is emotional intelligence is basically knowing yourself. Being aware. You're stepping into that realm of awareness of what you like, what you dislike. What ticks you off, what gets you going, and it's all about putting yourself in that right mindset to overcome your obstacles. So that's why it's so important. They always tell you, write down your goals, right? What it is you want to achieve, write it down. So with regards to your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So take off, for instance, your subconscious mind. It's like the computer's hard drive. So even when the computer is switched off, right, you still have you have your data that is stored. So that hard drive now, in your mind, it stores your belief system, it stores your emotions, it stores every single train of thought that you would have, right? So for instance, let's say for students that may be stuck on a question while they're doing homework or revision or something of that sort, and they're stuck on the question and they don't know how to proceed any further, and you just leave it, you go to sleep, so they tell you sleep on it, and when you get up, magically, and you tackle the same question again, you're able to answer it, right? So there's a lot of things that's going on behind the scene, so while you were asleep, your subconscious mind was busy at work, right? So same way that there's an intelligence inside of us that it went to breathe while we are asleep. So your mind is still active. The digestive system. When you eat food, you don't know what's going on inside you. So that there is an intelligence inside of you that is working, right? To control your breath, control the organs in your body, every single thing. So even so, while we're out here, yes, we have control of what's going on out here, right? But inside of us is where, okay, we really need to learn to become one with ourselves in it, and listen to our mind, listen to our body as to what is wrong with us.
Yeah, our minds are really, really amazing. It's an amazing tool, and how whether it shapes the reality we want or destroys it is really how we use it, right? And I think you gave a pretty good example of how it can serve us.
Yeah.
But let's speak about a way of how it can limit us that we're not even aware of.
Yeah.
So, say for example, someone has a deep fear or a trauma. Say there's a young boy and he has this fear about speaking to a woman, right? And so every time he tries to approach a woman, he just freezes and he doesn't know why.
That's
Right?
like Raj from Big Bang Theory.
Raj is the perfect example, right? So that's Raj. He can't speak to a woman unless he's intoxicated.
Yeah.
And all his
It's a
inhibitions.
psychological problem, though.
Right. So one of the reasons that could possibly be, maybe on his genetic line, one of his ancestors, maybe in some past timeline or past life, they were in a scenario where they were a servant for a king, right? And they were among many other servants. And in those days, the kings, they were the ones who were allowed to sleep with the women and have all the luxury. And if a servant at that point in time would have tried to approach a woman, he would have been prosecuted, right? So only the kings were allowed to see that. So that genetic imprint would have been passed down through his ancestral line into this reality. And now, when he tries to speak to a woman, he can't because he thinks he'll die. He'll be killed. Because why? Only the kings can have that, right? So that's just an example.
That's real deep, though.
Yeah, it's just an example. So, and I'm pretty sure everyone has some situation in their life where consciously they want nothing more than to make it happen. Yet, when it's time to approach it,
do it.
they freeze.
Something's holding us back. What is holding us back?
And why is that? It's in the unconscious, the subconscious mind. Why? Because it's 90% times more powerful than the conscious. So you could try how much you want consciously. If there's something in the bigger part of your brain that doesn't want that to happen, it's going to stop it. And that's where the power of theta healing really, really shines. And that's what it's most popular for. The ability to actually manipulate your DNA and reshape it into something that's more empowering, that actually serves the reality that you want to create.
And just to add on that, the conscious mind, you can use your conscious mind now to program, new beliefs, new habits into your subconscious mind. And it is all about what it is you tell yourself. And whatever you tell yourself, your mind, you remember, it can't differentiate between real and unreal. So if you tell yourself you're a failure or that you don't deserve this, guess what? Your subconscious mind is going to take that. It's like, okay, no, I'm a failure. I don't deserve this. But if you tell yourself, I deserve the best, I am a success, I am influential, I'm powerful, you're going to see a whole difference in your life, in your day-to-day life, in terms of, okay, you're going to see the big changes around you. It may not be that big as yet, but it'll be very small changes first, and then it leads to something bigger. And they always say, in order for you to learn a new habit or new behavior, it takes around 30 days, right? Some people say it's 90 days to get that habit ingrained in your DNA. Now, this is a technique that I always use, morning, noon, and night. I will look myself in the mirror, and I say 6 positive things about myself. And whatever comes to your mind that is positive, you tell yourself that. So as soon as I get up in the morning, you do your stretches, you look in the mirror, and you say, I am successful, I am powerful, I am multi-talented, I am blessed, I'm good looking, I'm surrounded by God's favor. So you say these things, and you look to get at least 6 different things, right? It could be 7, 5, whatever you want. I go with the number 6, right? But say as much positive things about yourself as you can. So during your lunch break, quick, you go to the bathroom, you say it in if you say it in your mind, or say it out loud. I am blessed, I am highly favored, I am divine, I am intelligent. So all of these things your subconscious is going to take, and it's like, yes, I am all of this. And that's a powerful phrase, I am. Right? So I am, and whatever it is you want to become, you will become. Right? Your subconscious mind is going to shape everything inside of you to go towards that. If it is that you're always negative and in your thoughts, I don't deserve the best, I am ugly, I am stupid, all of these things are going to stick with you. And guess what? For the rest of your life, people are going to think you're ugly, you're stupid, and you can't amount to anything.
Yeah, I think I'll do that in the morning. Oh,
Yeah.
Arshad, you're so handsome. You have a full head of hair. Yeah.
Or try it before you go to bed as well too, because it resonates. Because the last 5 minutes before you go to sleep, what you must have a mantra or something. So when it is you tell yourself that, now your mind now, when it is you go to sleep, that's going to circle throughout your entire body, entire system, your DNA, everything is going to ingrain in that yes, I am all of that, that I would have told myself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's very important. Whenever you're going to sleep, the last thing that you do, right? Make sure it's something positive. Even if it's reading a book, right? Or even that's by saying a prayer, saying, giving your thank yous. If that's the last thing that you do, it's going to be circling inside of your system, and it's going to hold on to that. Like, okay, yes, this is what I am.
Yeah. And just to add some theta healing aspects to that, theta healing can help in terms of clearing your resistance to creating a habit, right? So it'll make it a lot easier. So he mentioned that it'll take, for some people, it could take a lot less time
Yeah.
to develop a new habit than others.
Yeah.
But the average is 90 days, right? But with the magic of theta healing, if you could clear all your resistance you have towards doing that thing daily, it'll be a lot easier to retrain your mind and reprogram your mind, and you could learn it faster, right? So that's another plus of theta healing
Yeah.
as well.
Right. And that's about it for now. We have a lot more to offer. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts on today's topic. We have theta healing is such a broad topic, and we have lots of information to share with you guys as we go along this journey of enlightened discussions.
Before we sign off,
Yeah.
I'd like to just take a moment to honor our 2 theta healing teachers here in Trinidad, Sabita and Rihanna Ramlochan. They are the ones who passed down this wisdom to us. And if anything that we said has struck a chord in any of you or piqued an interest, you can do your own research as well. Theta Healing by Vianna Steibel
Yeah.
is her Facebook page and Instagram as well. Also, there are a lot of amazing theta healing practitioners and teachers that promotes theta healing and creates live videos, etc. There's Rashpreet Sagu of Divine Sacred Soul, that's based in London. Anna Kitney has her own page as well, Bourgeon. That's
Bourgeon, yeah.
Bourgeon. Right? Those are some really good resources that you could experiment with and just enlighten yourself to a bit more to get a feel of what theta healing
What it
really
is
is,
about, yeah.
if you'd like to learn.
And as we close off for today's episode, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and keeping us company here. If you like what you saw, leave a comment, like this video, share it as much as possible. And remember, you are blessed, you are worthy, you deserve the best.
Yeah, don't forget to follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Enlightened Discussions. And give us our feedback, guys. Let us know how you thought this was. And once again, we really appreciate your time. And please continue to tune in. Thank you.
Take care for now.